In life, we encounter people every day, all of whom have stories to share. We rarely take the time to ask people their personal stories, many of which will touch, move, and inspire us in some way. Matt has a passion for making authentic connections and learning about people from all walks of life. He has lived a life of giving back to the community and making a difference in people's lives. Are you ready to meet fascinating people and hear some inspiring stories? The Matt Hilton Show will introduce you to a world of possibilities you never knew existed. Sit back, be present, and enjoy. Here's your host, Matt Hilton.
Hey everyone, Matt Hilton here, the host of the Matt Hilton Show. Thanks for tuning in today to episode 2 of Liz Mikel's story. You don't want to miss this episode. Also, please subscribe to this YouTube channel so we can have more followers. Stay tuned for a word from our sponsor.
Inspired, experienced, customer-focused. Find a mortgage that fits your needs with Maria Leach at First United Bank Mortgage, specializing in construction and closing all types of loans, including jumbo, portfolio, conventional, FHA, and VA. A tenured team, outstanding service, competitive programs. Finance your dreams with Maria Leach at First United Bank Mortgage. mleach.firstunitedteam.com, 214-316-7915, mleach@firstunitedbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Where did you grow up?
Right here in Dallas, Texas.
Right here in Dallas. Whereabouts?
In Oak Cliff, Redbird area. My mother moved us to Dallas. I was born in Tyler, Texas. And we moved to Dallas. My mother was a college professor. She taught biology at Bishop College, which was a little school over in Highland Hills, way south in Dallas, the south side of Dallas. And it's now Paul Quinn College. The campus has changed. And at 5 years old, I begged my mother, well, really from 3 to 5, I begged her every single day to be a ballerina. Mama, I can be a ballerina. I saw Swan Lake, Matt, and I lost my mind. And every day I was like, I want to be a ballerina. Mama, can I be a ballerina? Mama, I want to be a ballerina. And at age 5, when she was teaching at Bishop College, one of her colleagues was Ann Williams, who was the founder of Dallas Black Dance Theater. She said, Ann, take her, just please. And so I started formal training, ballet, modern, and jazz at age 5. And I went to the performing high school for performing arts, Booker T. Washington High School for the visual and performing arts. When in its second year of being open, I was a dance major there. I majored in dance in college. And my freshman year, I realized, and I've been 6'1" since I was 13, I might add. But that didn't stop me. But when I got to college, I realized, if you want stage time, you might want to rethink your major, because I was like, in my stature and size, even though I had the abilities, just the nature of auditioning for people and people seeing the vision and giving you a chance, I was like, either I'll have to choreograph or have my own dance company, just to get stage time and do that thing. And I said no, and I changed my major to theater. And the rest is history.
And here you are.
Yeah. Not even musical theater, just theater.
I got a question for you. Living in South Dallas in Oak Cliff in the 60s and 70s, growing up during that time frame, how was it for you as a Black female growing up in South Dallas?
Well, we moved to the Redbird area in '73, and it was a multicultural, mixed neighborhood. Well, I won't say multicultural. It was Black and white.
Okay.
It was predominantly white when we moved into the neighborhood. And by the time I was a senior in high school, it was majority Black, but I went to school. I left Booker T and went to Carter High. I graduated from Carter High School, most talented. I have to throw that in there because I was dancing and singing there too. But it was about where my brother graduated from Carter in '78. I say it was about 50-50. It was still, half Black, half white. By the time I graduated high school, it was more 75-25. And now you go to Oak Cliff. There's still some white families that, live there. I moved back to Oak Cliff. I bought a house during the pandemic. Who does that? But
apparently you did.
Apparently I do. But I moved back to Oak Cliff into the Redbird area. Okay. And now there are Hispanic families, white families, Black families, people coming back to that family and owning homes. And it was a family atmosphere. and pride in your neighborhood and a love of neighbors. Because my mother was a college professor, and my mother, I also will add, had a PhD in radiation biology and molecular chemistry that she got at TWU. So she went to school with everybody.
Right.
So as a kid, I've been around everybody all my life. And being a theater kid, you're around everybody. So my growing up in that neighborhood grounded me and prepared me for the big world that I'm in, around everybody. And I'm grateful. I moved back to Oak Cliff. I lived downtown for a number of years. I lived in North Dallas. Downtown, I really loved. I lived at South Side on Lamar.
Yeah.
And I really loved it. If I could have bought that loft, I would have. But when the opportunity presented itself for me to buy a home in Oak Cliff, I jumped at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
With February being Black History Month, what does that mean to you?
It means, I think, in America, for the contributions of African Americans, of Black people, to be highlighted. It should be highlighted just as American history, period. But there's so many contributions that people don't realize that Black people have made. Just when you stop at the stoplight, you don't realize Black person did that. When you pick your iron up to iron your clothes, Black person did that. You go to your refrigerator to get some ice, or there's a refrigerated truck that drives your milk and stuff. You don't realize. We take for granted when we get some peanut butter. We don't realize. There's so many contributions that have been made and have not been uplifted or the proper the proper, I don't want to say response or praise, but acknowledgement. The proper acknowledgement has not been given. So I think Black History Month is a time to reflect on the contributions, not just in America, but to the world that Black people have made. And we still continue, and not just singing and dancing and being sports figures. Your GPS, the microchip in our cell phones, or gaming. We don't know these things. But there they are, open heart surgery and, blood plasma. I could go on and on and, and they're Googleable. They're Googleable.
Oh, is that a new word? Is that a Liz word?
No, somebody used it about me. They were like, do you not know who Liz Mikel is? She's Googleable. These facts are Googleable.
Right.
And I just, it hurts my soul that in this day and age, the contributions that anybody makes has not been acknowledged. When you think of, and I'm not going to get political, but the AP courses that were trying to be offered for the contributions of African American history in Florida, and they shot it down and said that there is no educational substance, and I disagree. But Black history, I am Black history.
Yes, you are.
My mother was Black history. She didn't talk the talk. She walked the walk. And she was the first African-American woman to get a PhD in radiation biology from Texas Women's University.
Wow.
Yes.
What an accomplishment.
Black history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you would speak to the camera, I would love for you to give some encouragement, inspiration to any young person who feels that they are in a place where they can't get out of. They're in a cycle of potential poverty or whatever that, and they want to break out. What would you tell them?
I say to you, God is real. Lean into your faith. Dig deep into yourself. And know that you have something to offer. You are important. You are valued. And when you make up your mind and align that with action, there's nothing you can't do. I'm telling you. And it sounds easier said than done, but you've got to start one foot in front of the other and keep putting those feet in front of the other. And when you turn around, you'll see how far you've come. But start with that thing inside. Don't give up. Don't let anyone sway you until you know you can't, when you know that you can. Trust that, lean into that, and trust in God. You don't believe in a higher power, believe in yourself, because I believe in you, and you can do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You have mentioned God and faith quite a bit.
Oh, I don't want to start crying.
Oh, no, I'm not going to try to make you cry, but
Okay.
there are some of us who have been traumatized by religion.
Oh.
And religion is not God.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't get it confused.
But there are people who do. And
I see your cross. I know you know.
I know, yeah. There are people who they teach kids to be who they want them to be. And parents and teachers and grandparents, people around you
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
have some of the best intentions, right? But the pressure that is put on a child
Oh, I understand.
to be someone that they're not. In everything that you've done, I'm sure you have come across that quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Speak to me about any experiences that you've had with that.
It's all on those people and how they were raised and the expectations that were put on them by other people. I've had the unique opportunity to be raised by one of the most remarkable people in the world, my mother, who's God-fearing, wonderful person. But she always allowed me to be me. She never told me my dream was too big or that I was too big. Mom, I want to be a ballerina. Little chubby 3-year-old kid. She never told me, oh, baby, that's just a pipe dream. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, woo, woo, woo. And there are a lot of children, I'm sorry, that have that thing in them where they can't stop drawing or they won't stop singing somewhere or they're always dancing and somebody sit down, stop that. Why are you drawing on stuff all the time? Put that thing down. They don't realize what gift that child is trying to get, what's in them and they're trying to get out. It's just part of them.
Yeah.
And it's been conditioned into them to put somebody in a box, to make somebody, to make themselves feel better, that they've done the right thing as a parent. All we can do as parents is guide and try to direct people to be the best ones we want them to be.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a parent will feel the thing that they hate most about themselves, they see in their child, and they want to squash it down. If your child is a free spirit and you were never allowed to be free, stop that. Sit down. And you are very right that there's a difference between being in touch with your spirituality and God than being religious. Some of the most religious people are some of the most self-righteous people you've ever encountered. And they may mean well, but to detriment to somebody's image or awareness that are trying to find themselves. This child is trying to grapple with what they're going through with their existence and why are they here? What does my life mean? Where do I go? Well, as parents and people of God, we do have a responsibility to those young people, and not to shape them into what we want them to be, but to allow them to grow into their God-given right. You know,
Yeah.
I think sometimes these people that do horrible, horrible things didn't have anybody just to love on them and let them be who they were. And whatever that little negative thing was kept growing and growing and growing because somebody was like, you need to make this something else. And it morphed into this horrific person that went out and did horrible things, shooting people. And, you know, that's just my opinion. I think we have a unique opportunity to love on those babies and allow them to be the best they can.
That's right.
And be good people on this earth. My mother always used to say, I'd rather see a sermon than hear one any day.
Preach. Yeah.
Yeah,
Will you come back?
I sure will.
Because there's so much more I want to get into a conversation with you about.
I would love to.
And our time is up for this episode. So I have on good authority that you like pungent cheese.
Oh, who told you?
My friend Nathan.
Angel told you I love
My
me
friend
some cheese.
Nathan
Oh,
and
Nathan,
Angel. Yeah,
yes.
Yes. So I went to Whole Foods and I got you some pungent cheese.
Oh, I love you.
And some crackers.
Whole
So-
Foods, you can do your due diligence by sponsoring this young man and his beautiful show here.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Matt Hilton, you come on to Whole Foods. He has, now,
Yes.
this was not sponsored by Whole Foods, but you all step up to the bat. there.
Please. Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to get you
Great
some
endorsement. Yeah.
sponsorship. Yes.
So I am the Chief Happiness Officer of a nonprofit called Who Do You Know?
I love this.
And our mission is to inspire imagination and dreaming of people of all walks of life
Wow.
by making connections.
I had no idea.
Yes, ma'am. So we focus on 3 pillars. We focus on a person you want to meet, a place you want to go, and an experience you want to have. So I'm going to ask you those 3 questions.
Oh,
So who is a person that you have not met yet that is alive that you would like to meet,
Michelle Obama.
and why?
Her outlook on life and just who she is, she's just exuberant and jazzy and down to earth and intelligent and fun, and just all those things. I just want to talk to her.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I would just, ooh. Yeah.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Where's the place you want to go?
Ooh, I would like to go to Africa. I'm not sure where in Africa. I think maybe the Congo or Sierra Leone. I would like to go to Africa and see and feel where my ancestors came from.
Sure. Yeah. And is there an experience that you would like to have?
Being
you
a star
haven't
of
had
my
yet.
own TV show.
Oh.
Put the camera on. Being a star of my own TV show. You had I Love Lucy. Where's I Love Liz?
Here we go.
Okay. Or Mama Smash.
Mom. Oh, there we go.
What
Mama
kind of
Smash.
team are you running here? I'll get people together. Or when the fat lady sings, I came up with this thought of where are the modern PI shows that they used to have. You know, we had Matlock. You had all these things.
Magnum
Canon,
PI.
Magnum PI. You had all of these, not Matlock, but that was a lawyer. But you
Right,
had all
right.
these PI shows.
Sure.
And Murder, She Wrote. And all right, we need a big black woman when the fat lady sings. And at the end of it, I own my own club, but I'm a PI, I'm a private investigator, or people come to me to help them. And at the end of the show, I sing a song
I love it.
when the fat lady sings. Okay.
A little bit of it. So before I was a realtor, because I'm a realtor now, I owned a PI firm in Dallas for 7 years.
Stop
So
it.
we need to talk.
We need to talk. See, this is incredible.
There we go. All right, Liz, thank you so much for being
Oh,
here
man,
today.
thank
And I
you
wish
for
you
having
all the best on your tour and everything that you are involved in, the people that you will run into that you inspire. Blessings to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in August and some of y'all in July in Houston when 1776 comes there.
Wonderful.
But thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you. And thank you for tuning in today. This is the Matt Hilton Show, and tune in next week as we have another inspiring person with a fascinating story join us on the Matt Hilton Show. Have fun.
If you'd like to contact Matt or know a fascinating person with an inspiring story that would make a great guest, reach out to the show at themattHiltonshow@gmail.com.